Today we'll be repairing the upper cowl on my 1967 Ford Fairlane. If you remember back when I removed the upper cowl, it was in pretty good condition. There was no paint or primer applied at the factory to prevent any rust damage. So even though it looked pretty good from the outside, the inside had a different story to tell. Naturally, I used my favorite method of rust removal, electrolysis. Because of the length of this piece, I was only able to treat half the cowl at a time, then flip it over and treat the other half. After the electrolysis, a wire wheel helps clean up the surface that was all rusted. The wire wheel was used to remove the bulk of the old paint on the outside of the cowl. I used this Roll-Lock 3M bristle disc to get into some of the more difficult areas and to get at the edges. My first repair is to this area here. I mocked up the patch in cardboard, then created the patch out of sheet metal before cutting out the damaged area. The patch was then clamped in place and welded in. The nice thing about these patches is that I'm able to easily weld from both sides, getting much better results than if I was just to weld from one side. I originally was going to just weld up some of the pinholes to fix the damaged area near the side of the cowl, but when I completed the first patch, I had a big gap along the one edge, so I thought I may as well create another patch right next to it, like this. I'm glad I created another patch. Welding to the new metal is pretty easy, and the area I replaced would have been a pain to work with. After getting the fitment just right, I welded in the patch. In this last patch, I didn't show you the details, but I did want to show you this new belt sander I got, which is great for smoothing out welds. I'm able to get into tight areas, and it really does a nice job. The belts do wear out kind of quickly, so it's best to remove as much material with a grinder or flap disc at first. So that's it for now. I'm getting really close to reassembling this whole mess so that it looks like a whole car again. Here's what the upper cowl looks like after all the patches are complete and set back in place.